Board meetings. July 9th. I'll second that. July comments. I just have a question on the right hand column. Deposits, LIT.
Lit, that is, well, it used to be called Cadfit. Now it is under lit. And it's their.
Where does that money come from? County. Okay.
I make a motion to approve the July deposit and balances.
Can I make a note on that?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if you guys seen it, but, check 9856. I wrote the check out and you can see it in the bank, the papers. That the check is wrote out for $3,401.40. And it was, they withdraw only $3,401. So I had. Correct. Yeah. And it was done on the free budget.
That was from.
It should have been free, it should have had 47.
Yeah.
The company that they get shows that it was 46, but they didn't take it off.
9856. Oh, okay.
I wanted Angie to see that.
Second.
No.
I'm going to second that with that 40 cents.
Well, it's starting with thing, so. We wouldn't know that unless we had to go on silence.
Okay, this is just this is just a monthly disbursements up till June. This is what I presented to the attorney. And that is on the right hand column is the balance of the budget of each fund. That's just for June, and I was gonna bring it at last meeting and I forgot it. Yeah,
So this budget balance of 47,332 includes the roll of 18,500.
yes,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, it, the rollover is last year.
Budget estimate?
That, That's what I printed out, that's what I've been working on.
That'd be November.
This is for 2026.
That's any changes to that?
Yes. The fire department was, what was it, 87,000 something this year, and I raised it to 98,000. Because they spent on vehicles and that. But I also raised their contract from 19 to 20. The only thing I'm seeing that hasn't really shot up that much is the insurance.
The first number said 98.
86.
Right here.
Which page is it?
Okay, second page down, okay.
Oh, here it is.
And the truck that we're making payments on, it will be paid off January 2027. So you know where we're at on the fire debt.
Okay.
Good deal.
And one thing I do want to talk about is, which I talked to the attorney today about it, was the township assistance with the utilities going up. We have a lot of seniors that is on Social Security and through the township. And I figure it's gonna go up, so I asked him about raising it, and he said you can do that, and so the budget, that don't mean the whole amount of money that's in there is gonna be spent, they're talking budget. And so this way I don't have to file for appropriation, I can go up to 10,000. So he told me to get your guys into that.
Wanted that.
Yeah.
840.
Uh,
It's like 1.9.
It's right here, yeah.
Okay.
I've had it for 7,500 and it's been that for years. And I just wanna raise it up to 10, just in case we have utility, electric and gas.
I make a motion that up there to 10,000.
I'll change it in the morning.
Did you find out anything about?
No, because I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And Brad is going to be in South Bend or he's gonna meet, Zoom with her in the morning, in South Bend. So that we discuss, but I do have one question about, okay.
Yeah. Tonight there was St. Vincent de Paul. Fundraiser at 10:56. We work closely with the townships, and that funding needs to come up. Because we're seeing more and more people that need the extra help. So I agree that should be increased.
That
For that one, is there a way that comes to the township too, the same, Vincent Paul, or it's
they visit before the help paid for this. It's terrible.
A lot of the bills for people can't pay their electric or rent because they're all over the county. And
Yeah, I work with
you just haven't heard him say that.
Mike and his wife, well, we can look at it. That would be a good thing. Maybe we could do, instead of community service, give it to the baby. Oh,
It's good. They scratch them back in the end because they're supposed to go to St. Vincent de Paul first before coming to the township.
oh, yeah,
So the more you help St. Vincent de Paul, the less pulling out of the income.
that could be. I'll send an email out to you, that way you can answer. Yeah,
It's not a lot, but I feel like it could be really better spent.
I agree.
Yeah. Capital improvement plan, the way it was explained to me, like, we're not talking budget wise, we're talking fund wise, money wise. Any extra money that we have in our extra, like, the general fund, according to the way Brad explained it to me, it was firefighting, general fund, and the Cume fund. That if we have too much money in that account, the state's gonna take 35% of it and put it towards road funds. And there's nothing we can do about it. So Brad proposed, which we got a form that we're gonna have to fill out next month and get it signed before the end of the month. Basically like a Brad called it a wish list. Like the Q fund, we can use it towards down payment on repairs, towards the asphalt across the street. Cause that light comes in there, we can use it for a down payment on the truck for the fire department. We need to write this stuff down, we need to do it for the general fund, plus we also need to do it for the firefighting fund. Because what you see with the budget's one thing, you're being told by the DLGF, you can only spend this amount of money. Well, as the money keeps building up, that's what they're talking about, the cash flow. Where the Q fund, we have 127,000 in it. But I've got some bills coming out of it. We're allowed to spend 50. But we need to have a wish list of what we're gonna do with that money. Now, whether or not they're gonna agree to it and go ahead and take it, I don't know. But we've got to commit it or they will take it. Oh, I've been thinking.
Did you say 35%?
That's what I was told. Each,
Well, I'm sure we can. I already,
I've already talked to Rick.
I mean, I'm sure they got a wish list.
UPV.
That'd be nice, yeah. I mean, that way we can get rid of the Jeeps.
SCBA.
SCBA,
Yeah. That's. I don't.
the SCBA, that grant still hasn't been handed out yet. We thought they canceled it, but they have until the end of September to hand it out. This was last year that was already approved. I found that out. So we could still get that. Supposedly.
We gotta have. And vote on what the main things that for those photos. Right now, I'm working on a grant from Knox County Foundation for the generator for the community building. And they do them quarterly, which it's been submitted, so I probably won't hear nothing until September. Yeah.
Community building security.
I came into an issue more than once, but last Saturday, I got a phone call about 4 o'clock after I contacted the security place Friday. They said there would be security out there for the event. And at 4, they're supposed to have been there at 4:30, there was no show. I had to make a mad phone call, not a mad phone call, but a quick phone call to Bridget Hike. She's the deputy out of Marshall County. She informed me, and I am requesting it, that we put it on the contract, her phone number and her name. Because we've got to have somebody.
So the one from the sheriff's department, they're not providing to anybody anymore?
The sheriff's department, I don't know what's going on there, but I did call and talk to Jack Rosa and waiting for him to return the call. I told him,
Sheriff's Department is not in charge of that.
Oh, yeah.
it's an application and they're based out of Texas. So
We're trying to find out if I asked him if we had to go for that. Whose idea was it? I mean, we can't count that. This has happened more than more. So I am requesting to put Bridget's name on. I got all her information, her badge number, everything. I had it from last year. We went through the same thing.
Who's then pay scale then?
She charges right now $50 an hour, and that's what they charge.
I'm gonna say use them, but our local sheriff's department can't find deputies do that program. Haven't several times. We have to go outsource it. We have to have somebody there with all the money.
So put Bridget's name on.
I second that.
Yeah.
What was her name again?
Bridget Height.
And she,
When the police department, well, she was at school.
Pretty too.
Yeah. This looks off the shape of work.
I mean, when she came over, when she got to 23, she called me to let me know she was on her way to the building.
did you talk to Jack or did you get the message?
No, I talked to Jack,
It was,
and he was gonna, that was Monday. And he said that he was gonna check into it and get back.
This is like.
No, it happened, yes.
no,
I know you're involved with that.
we've got so much money in that building over there now. Protect it.
Even just one person doing this. Is-
Yeah.
The rentals,
There are. In June of 2026, I only got one or two days left on it. And I had a lady call me today, wanting to know if she could book it for 2027. And I told her, I haven't even created a calendar for it yet.
that's a good thing.
Yeah. And the garage door opener, I'm going to call a couple places and get a price on the new garage door opener because it needs to be fixed. And it's been in the back of my mind of getting it fixed because the door don't even, unless Rick put a speaking on it. It's gotta be fixed, no matter
Is
what.
that the one over there? Yeah, but that really has to be probably works, but if somebody uses it and they need to review something, yes, ma'am.
So that opener, you have to have some security.
No.
Just buy one.
I would say it was fine. We've used local people in recently, I would say give them.
I think reasons we've used in the past, and I think we used. Didn't speak that now?
He, well, let's. And then the resident.
Yeah, we need to get something on.
I didn't think it would be that much. Just the garage door opener.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
No, it's the garage door open.
Oh,
It wanted over to open. To you. You'll be down.
That'll be a couple of months.
We need the opener, we need the sensors.
Yeah, I would go ahead and get that,
Okay.
get something involved. Sure, I know something over. Get something installed. Won't be too. Generator.
That's what I just talked about that earlier. I did send it and I received an email from them. They do their grants quarterly, so I'm expecting to hear something next month.
Software update?
Angie, you got anything on?
January is finally done. Finally, we've gotten all the information that we need. I've been back and forth, I don't know how many emails. I finally got to a point where I don't have to take time off work to communicate with them, so we're going. Now that January is all taken care of, the rest of the year will be put in as soon as I can get through it, but we're finally to a point where the software is understandable. It's not the most user-friendly stuff, but we have choice.
Anything state provided, there's not.
Yeah, it's not like we had a choice, so we're finally there. We've got all the numbers in to carry us through the end of the year because we had to put in tax information and payroll
There
information.
was a lot more depth to it.
Yeah, we went back and forth with the county attorney, we went back and forth with the county tax lady, but we finally got it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd like to thank you for all the work you've done. It's been a lot of work.
It really was, because they made it sound like it was going to be so user friendly. It's absolutely not.
Thank you.
Yay.
Last but not least, fire department.
All right, as you know, this is Les, he's the new guy. He used to be on La Paz and moved away from there and ours. So he's got a lot of certifications already, and they're already signing up for more classes, so. Andrew Wilcox, that you helped you with the grant. I forgot to text you Monday, so you could ask the insurance people about the EMS EVOC. It's a state EVOC course that you have to renew it every 2 years to see if that would, being driving an ambulance would count towards the fire department insurance as an EVOC course.
Does that actually drive the ambulance or can you drive one of the simulators?
He said we can use one of our trucks if the insurance makes us, but it is a EMS certification. So, he's offering a class right now down at Bass Lake, but it's limited numbers, and he's got Jerry and Travis that are testing out as instructors for it on that one. So then after that, he's going to offer us a class to do that.
I made the email with the questions you were.
Yeah, I forgot to Monday. Yeah. So we've got that going on. That way it should count towards it because it's still a Class B vehicle. So, one thing I was gonna bring up was our CO detector. Since it is up at Valparaiso for recertification, and it had a fault on the oxygen sensor part of it. I talked to Kathy, she okayed, it was like $255 for the sensor to replace it. But her recommendation is to replace it because it was manufactured in 2012. And they say every 10 years. So I contacted a couple different salespeople, told them I needed a estimate quote. I got a quote, but he came out Monday to our training to show us what we want, or show us what they have. It's not a Sensit one, it is a Blackline. It's a new company out of Canada. He used to work for a gas detection. But this would take the place of our past devices, which is every firefighter is assigned one. If you go down, no movement, whatever, it's alarms, and then it goes into our grace box. This thing, if we got one for every individual, which I was gonna request 20 of them, even though we don't have 20 people, that way we have spares and stuff. He gave me a quote, but he's updating the quote, and I haven't got that yet. Nobody else has responded yet. So I'm not even gonna give you that price. But this thing, it does everything. If they wear it into a fire and they fall, it alerts their dispatch, 24-hour monitor survey. When he pulled the alarm on it, they answered right away, and he's talking to them, so it goes over the cellular service, or if cellular is bad, we can go satellite. For that service, for 2 years, it was $285, which isn't bad. But you can also do like the old Nextel, where you push to talk. They're all capable of that too, where we can talk to everybody on that instead of the radio system where everybody's listening in Stanton, Park County.
The radio system, when you get in store.
Basements.
But this thing, talking to the other salesman, he was saying a lot of fire departments are getting away from that for liability, because if we go in and say, hey, this is clear, we don't test anything on our tester, and they go in and something happens and you're liable. So this thing, it has GPS location on it also within 30 feet. If you go in there and it reads 0, it reads high, it reads low, whatever. When you come back to the station, you can download all that. It gives a timestamp, location stamp, and everything else that says, hey, we tested 0 on this. With the census that we have now, we have to take it up to Valparaiso and get it calibrated. They want it calibrated every 3 months, which we use it twice a year. So this thing, the new one, the black line, comes with our own bump station here. And the bump station is also monitored, where if it has a fault on the head, then they ship it to you within 48 hours. You don't even have to call them. So
And that's the only one that's getting a quote back to you, correct?
that's the only one that's gotten a quote back.
No, they monitor the equipment, right?
They monitor the equipment, yes, and it sends you a message that says, hey, this equipment needs bumped. It's time for it to go onto the bump station. So it's every 3 months we have to do that here. But we don't have to take it anywhere and be down for 3 months or 3 weeks. So,
And as soon as you get an updated quote, we could make a judgment on that if you get a second quote next month,
Yes.
maybe.
but he was telling me off the top of his head, he was still working on it. It was for a 4 gas meter. For 2 of them with the bump station and everything else, it was like $8,000, where the new Sensit ones that are the 4 gas is 4,000. So it's about the same, but we don't have to take it in. And that includes the cellular monitoring. And the individual ones, it would just be a lone man or lone worker module that he was saying that was like $800 some a piece. So it all depends on how much more it costs for the push to talk on it. So if we did that, then if we're at a fire, I know exactly where everybody's at, because you can pull it up on a tablet and within 30 feet it's located. And even though we get just the lone worker one, you can also change the heads on those. So if you want to put the 4 gas on there, you can buy those separately. So I think it's a good,
Get us the options hopefully by next month,
it's,
and I think you could probably make a judgment call on that. And if it's something we really need, that thing, it probably is.
well, the T-Pack that we have, the Grace box doesn't like to hold a charge, even though I just got new batteries for it. And that was from 03. We got that with a grant. So,
We're gonna quote equipment.
yes. And then as far as territory goes, next Wednesday is a meeting next door. So
5:30,
5 or 5:30.
5:30.
Okay.
What's the date?
20th.
20th?
I may not make that.
You said 5:30.
Yep, that's what I was told.
Anything else fire department wise?
Nothing I can think of.
Anybody out in the gallery, got any questions, comments? Concerns? Anybody on the board, any questions?
A second.